Hey guys, this is Will, and I'm back for my Saturday live stream. I was running a little bit late, about 30 minutes late. I had my daughter's birthday today, so I just wanted to kind of like get some things going here and, just kind of mess around with some stuff. I'm still kind of tweaking some of my settings and things though. I've got it a little too loud and things like that. There we go. I went ahead and turned that down so that way I can talk and everything else. Still doing the I'm learning how to be a live streamer deal, and overall I feel good about what we've got going on. I got my buddy G-Man who's going to be helping me edit some videos up over the next couple of months. We're going to start putting some videos in the can and see if we can start developing the philosophy side of this channel. For now, I'm just going to continue to try to remain consistent and just do a little bit of gaming. And today I'm just playing Slay The Spire. I don't know what the daily challenge is for the day. So we got a Ascension 7 Ironclad. Silent cards will now appear in rewards, and you get to choose 10 reward cards to replace your starting deck. Whenever you enter a new room, you lose 1 max hit point, starting each combat with 5 plating. Oh, well, I think I may just go ahead and just start with this. I think this looks pretty interesting. And of course, we'll just definitely, get this thing going and see how it works out. By the way, I am using a new headset. I haven't updated the subscription yet, but I'm going to check it out and see how well it cancels noise, see how well it carries my voice, and hopefully we don't have any problems or issues. Now we may still experience some dropouts on the stream itself. I do notice it dropping into the yellow here and there in OBS Studio, but I do have some fixes for that as well. We're moving some obstacles away from our satellite internet connection and things of that nature, and I believe we can get that resolved as well. So, well, let me just go ahead and just start this. I mean, I don't think it would hurt to just go ahead and see what we can do here. Ironclad and Silent, I haven't really thought of a build I can make with this yet. So the way this is set up for this daily challenge is you can pick 10 cards to start with, which is really nice because you don't have any strikes or defends. Though a lot of people like to play that where you actually have your starter deck and try to eliminate cards that you don't need. That can be more challenging. But for now, I'm just going to play this. Actually, it looks like it's got me set at Ascension 5 instead of Ascension 7. So starting out, I'm going to focus on some damage here. I'm going to go ahead and focus on Ricochet since this is Ironclad and it's given me all silent cards. See, I would usually love to snatch up Pinpoint because that's an easy card that does some extra damage, and every time you do an attack, it costs less. But I also like this idea of an AoE as well. I think I'm going to stick with the silent on this and just go this route. I think I'm going to go with the headbutt. This allows me to take a pile from my discard, a card from my discard pile, and put it back onto my draw pile. I don't really care for any of these cards, but I do need to pick one. See, that's one thing. You can actually create a pretty fun exhaust deck with Ironclad, but that's going to be a little bit more difficult, I think, with these defect cards in there. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and choose Deflect. I'm going to go ahead and choose Anger as well. I know a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, this is trying to get you to start an exhaust deck. But I like using this Anger to kind of like, if I get another one of those pinups, I can actually use this to kind of power that. Play the top cards of your draw pile. That can come in helpful, like if you... Well, I'd really want some energy generation with that too. I want to go ahead and pick that just because that is a rare bully. It's really good to get, it's really easy to get vulnerable with both the defect and the ironclad. So I'm going to go ahead and get that as well. I like these zero cost cards. That kind of sets things up. See right there, gain block equal to all poison enemies. I was kind of wondering if I should do poison before, but I try to steer clear. I'm going to go ahead and do that. See, it's wanting me to do exhaust deck, man. And I don't have any way to exhaust anything at this point. So for now, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do a Forgotten Ritual. I'll figure this out a little bit later. We'll get this straightened out. I've really made a deck that's going to be very difficult to run. It's not set up to master anything. I can go this route or that route down through here. Kind of like this way here. That's what I'll do. I'll just see where this gets me. Like I said, I don't have a lot of defense. Oh, look. Well, I can definitely deflect there. All right. Okay, that worked out really well. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab that snake bite. Every 3 times you apply poison, deal 11 damage to all enemies. Now, see, this card's retained, so you can actually just hold on to it and use it as you go along. That works out really well. Lose 6 hit points and gain some gold. Just go ahead and do that. Heal 9 hit points, upgrade a card in your deck, or enchant a card with Sown. The first time you play this card, each combat game. See, I really like putting this. I'm going to try to put it on this Anger. I want to see if this Anger generates in my deck, if I cycle through it, if it allows me to continue to play that again and again. That would be interesting. That turns it into an energy card. All right. There we go. All right, I have a working combination there. You see, the thing is if you look at this, I've got stuff for exhausted here. And I have this for vulnerable, but I don't have anything to do vulnerable, but I can exhaust. I'm going to go ahead and pick this Molten Strike, because that's going to be both of those things. 1, 2, possibly 3 of those guys. Celestial Beast, I'm going to need to do a lot of damage pretty quick. I'm going to go ahead and take this. You exhausted a card this turn. All right. That sort of lucked out for me there. Also a card this turn. And that. Hmm. 4, 9, 12. 12, 9, 21. So I can do this to poison. Do this. I'll take 6 points of damage. Well, actually, only 2 because I have armor there. Okay. When you play a card this turn, the enemy loses 2 hit points. I'm going to go ahead and I like Strangle. Since I'm going against the Celestial Ceremonial Beast, I'm going to go ahead and do that because when you play this attack, every additional card you play, you do additional damage to them. So that can actually amp up some damage very quickly. And I'm already healed up here. I think I'm going to do this because this will even allow me to play a card even when I have no energy. Let's see, this would counteract the hit points that I'm losing every round. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Because right now with this terminal, when you enter a new room, lose 1 max hit point. Start each combat with 5 plating. But with this, at the end of each combat, I gain 1 max HP. So that counters that problem that I have. Got a lot of 0 cost cards. I think I'm going to do this because that's going to really amp up my damage there. Great. This guy, he's not going to be a lot of fun, but we're going to see how this works. I'm going to have to do the damage so that I can play this. And that's going to allow me to play all of those cards. So look, my sow is not active on this one, but it is on this one. So I have actually created a way to generate additional energy pretty consistently. Wow, that's pretty magnificent. So that was round one. I knocked him from 84 to that. This build is actually pretty effective if I just had a way to apply vulnerable consistently. So 20 points of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I'll be able to create new energy with this. I'll be able to hit with this and grab this Anger Plus here that has more energy to go right back on my pile. So headbutts and those will generate what I need. I can just do this. So that works. Having sow on anger allows me to generate additional energy more than one time during a fight. That's pretty darn cool. I didn't realize that. This helps me not at all, except for setup strike right here. I get 3 extra damage with that, but everything else is kind of meh. Okay, so I don't really need energy. This card would normally be good if I was having problems with energy. I'd be able to play a whole handful of cards. This is another exhaust that I can do. I think I'm going to go with backstab. Gives me some good damage up front and allows me to exhaust a card to trigger some of my other things. This with Cascade worked out really well. So I think I'm going to go ahead and upgrade Forgotten Ritual, so that will allow me to draw 1 additional card if I use Cascade with it. Okay. So this should be fun. Strangle. So I've got some defense there, and I did a good bit of damage in my first turn. 16. So I will not be able to use this Forgotten Ritual. But if I do 10 points of damage and then do another 10 and use Bully, I'll be able to use this on his people when they show up. So let's do this. Boom. Another 10. We gained extra energy. There we go. I'll go ahead and do this so that will kill one of the ones that will be attacking me next go around. It's going to do, I think this will kill all of them because it's going to do at least, it only needs to hit twice on each one. Now if I end the turn without block, I gain block, but I can apply weak. Add 3 shivs, reduce the cost. That works good with Strangle. What am I doing with this deck? I don't think I want to add a lot of extra cards to it. Because this combination of using Anger for energy, and then using Cascade, and then using Strangle seems to be working pretty well to deliver a lot of damage quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and I've already killed 2 elites, and I've only got the statue left. It looks like I'm taking damage this go around. One. So this gave me 6, and then it actually added my plating. That turned out to be pretty darn nice. So this is going to allow me to exhaust a card. Get this card out. Defense is the thing I'm lacking the most of. And I can heal every round. And I have a way of generating additional energy. I got a bunch of 0 cost cards. I think I'm going to go with this Blood Wall. And I'm going to go ahead and take on the statue. So that's going to exhaust so I can trigger this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 points. 14 to exhaust. Boom. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and drink this and see if I can get a couple more cards in. Okay. See, I took him from 127 to 54 in 1 round doing that. All right. So I'm going to boost the damage on my cards by doing this. 1, 2, 12. This is going to give me an extra energy. And I'll be able to use this to add the so. See, this so does not, it's already burnt. I've already used it, but this one I have not. And so it allows me to stick it right back on top of this deck. I'll be able to get all these cards out easily next go around. whenever you enter shop. Heal 15. See, I'm not really taking a lot of damage. This would definitely power up my Cascade a little bit more. I think I'm going to do it. And let's see, what can we smith? I do have a way to effectively do this now. Let's do this. Let's boost our setup strike. Or should I boost my bloodletting? I'm going to do this because this is going to consistently give me more energy. I think this is the best way to power that Cascade. I have 319 damage. Really tempted not to use this so that I can do the Evil Eye later. I can cast these two. Let's just go ahead and get that out. $11 defense. Next time it will be 10. So right here I have two different ways to get energy. The question is if I use Cascade, will that actually trigger that, or should I wait? See, I can just hit this. Defense. Block. Okay. Let's see, what cards do I have left over here? I'm going to pull 5 of these 6. And I can't pull Cascade. I'm going to go ahead and put the defense back on here again. He's almost stunned, but not quite. I'm going to go ahead and take 4 points of or 5 points of damage and get that mostly blocked. Now he's stunned this round for sure. I can exhaust this if I can get it played. I have a 60% chance of being able to play that card. Okay, and then I can play this and I can play my Forgotten Ritual to finish getting the rest of this stuff out. I'm going to put this Anger with the Sow back on it. I'm up at 23 defense now. Hmm. Wish I had a way to maintain that defense, because that would be nice to have right there. No defense. What would provide me the most benefit? I think playing no. If I just let anger go, that would be fine. I think this would be my best bet. I'll just have to take this damage. There we go. Deal 8 damage to all enemies. Deal 2 additional damage for each other attack you played this turn. That fits great into this deck. Kaiser Crab. And I do seem to have a deck that I can actually use to. The only problem is I don't have a lot of options for stores. I'll store here and here. 1, 2, 3. But see, I don't like that pathing at all. This is the pathing I want. I get at least 2 elites. I think I'm going to go this route here. We'll see how this works out. Okay, remove 5 decks from your card and add them back upgraded. Block doubles block gained from a card, then goes to sleep for 2 turns. Gains an additional start at the start of your 3rd turn and every turn after that. This is going to put me without some cards for 5 combats. I've been playing without this card. The other cards, they have them synchronized in a unique way that they're actually making them work. I think I'm just going to go with the additional energy. Gotta feel that cascade, because that seems to be what the deck is really built around. Oh boy. Okay. See, that's only going to do 9 there, 11 there. But I can take that out, boom. I can take that one there to 3. Get that one poisoned. Okay. I have a nice little deck working through here. I don't think I'm going to mess with this. I don't think I'm going to pick any of these cards. A lot of people will be like, oh, get your Pearson well. Let it get your exhaust out again so you can See, Evil Eye uses exhaust. And that uses exhaust. I'll do that. Obtain a relic by exchanging a block potion. 100 gold to retain a relic. Or I can give away the Sparkling Rouge and get 2 random relics. I mean, that strength and that defense are nice, but they're not actually saving the day. They're showing up in the 3rd turn, right when I get that extra energy. I think I'd rather have 2 relics. Okay. At the start of your 2nd turn, you gain 14 block. That's great. And then upon pickup, upgrade 2 random attacks, which I just got Molten Fist and Backstab upgraded. That's pretty significant. That was a good call. So instead of doing 1 additional damage on my 3rd turn, I'm getting some damage in turn 1 and extra defense in turn 2. That worked out nicely. So I'll be able to block 11 of this just with Oculum and that. So what I'm going to do, use this to get my strength up. Use this to get that going. Play 2 cards. Okay. I can either do Conflagration or I think I'm going to do the Setup Strike. That allows me to get some extra damage built in. Nice. Okay. Setup Strike. 20 damage. Now see, that's actually going to start powering up my exhaust and my bully. That's going to amplify my damage tremendously. This needs to get upgraded too. Only problem is here I am with this. I'll be able to block 11 of that, so I'll take 5 damage. So this is what I'll do. See, and that took 1 of those away. This will take 1 of those away from both of them. That. And this will allow me to play 2 cards. Of course, the Cinder's Bane didn't get rid of that. $14, $18. Two, 3. Alright, so I can play all of these cards. I'm going to go ahead and hit with that one. I'll go ahead and hit with this to get rid of that. Okay. Okay. Bully. Deal 2 additional damage for each. See, that's going to do 21 points of damage. That is spectacular. So yeah, I don't know if this new headset is working out okay or not, but hopefully the sound is coming through a lot better, and I'm getting less noise cancellation, or more noise cancellation to get rid of background noise. According to OBS, it goes almost completely silent, and I am kind of jumping into yellow here, so hopefully this is working out a lot better. And I haven't seen it drop off at all either. So I'm going to skip adding cards this time. All right. Oh, I hate these fellas. Okay. So I'm going to be blocking that automatically. I want to burn this guy down as quickly as possible. I'm not going to need to play this. I'm going to go ahead and play an attack potion just so that way I can kind of use it. Um, I'll do that to get some free extra damage out this one round. I'm going to focus everything on this as best as I can. This should allow me to play 4 cards. Move that one back. I can block all of this, but not all of that. Alright, so let's just do this. Okay. That. Take 5 damage, take 5 damage. Okay, perfect. Strangle. Bullet. Fifteen points of damage or 3 points of damage. I'm going to go ahead and just kill him. That was actually pretty cool. I'm not really having trouble getting my cards out. I mean, having that card with Sly on it is kind of cool. I'm going to go ahead and grab Prepared, but I don't need it. I forget what this Colossal Flower neck. I can go ahead and take the gold, but I've got plenty of gold. I'm going to go deeper, even deeper. And I'm going to chain this every 4 turns, draw 2 additional cards. That works out great. So that's going to give me extra card draw. Now this is problematic. 3, 6. So I'm going to go ahead and focus my energy on this one. Okay. It does seem to work against that as well, pretty well. I have 11 cards here, and I do have Ricochet, which would be Sly. I also have, this is going to do 8 points of damage, and this is going to do 8 points of damage. This is a little risky, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. And now I have to get rid of an extra card. 1, 2, 3, so I don't need bloodletting. That worked out great. That worked out great. 18. That's going to knock out 9. 10, 11, 10. See, it's not going to do that. 8 or 8. So that's only going to knock out 9 damage on each one. 18. 16. I'm going to go after this one. And that way I get to block all of that. I'm just going to headbutt. Grab that. There we go. I don't like any of these cards for this deck, so I'm skipping that. I mean, this deck is running amazing considering it's just piecemeal. These cards do have synergy without me even trying. Well, I mean, I tried, but I didn't know what I was doing, so I'm not going to pretend to be some kind of genius. Oh, I love that. That's extra damage for each and every combat. Okay. Well, this time I get to upgrade a card. I'm going to do Conflagration. Yeah. I know people would have said, oh, you should have took that strength card. That's just extra to try to get it out. I'd rather get the damage out up front faster. Speed damage just seems to be working better for this build versus, you know, build time or prepare time. Oh, look, my pollen kicked in, so I've got a lot of extra choices here right from round 1. So I need to think about how I want to use these cards. 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 1, 1. So 4, and I can get more here. Actually, I can get 1 out of that, so I don't even have to lose hit points to do this. Okay, so I'm going to hit him with that. I'm going to hit this one with that. I'm going to hit this one with that. And go ahead and play. See, I get 6 if I don't play anything. So I'm not going to play that. I get 5 plus this 6. That's going to be 11. And that right now is set to do 20. Go ahead and do that. That way I'm only taking Out of 11, I'm only taking 7 damage. And then all I need to do is just finish these guys off. I am weakened. I'm going to go ahead and play this so I can get this out. Alright, now, start of each combat I gain 8 vigor. That is pretty awesome. I am not using discard your hand next turn, attacks deal double damage, no. I mean, that would be kind of nice. But I'm actually designed to actually play all the cards in my hand. Upgrade all the cards in your hand. I'm just going to skip these cards. Alright, let me see what else I can smith here. Lose 8. Does that use my... No. Ricochet. So I would actually be able to get 11 4 times with that. So we're going to tremble. $22. 12. And I'm going to have to retain that. And see, I took him in round 1 from 145 to 32. Did take some damage there. There's the 18. Let's go ahead and get you a snake bite on you. And we're going to block the rest of that damage. Well, no, I'm not going to add one more. I'm just going to upgrade the one I have. Oh, hello. What do you have for me? Oh, I don't want that. I want that. I want to raise my max hit points. I want to heal. Heal 10% of your hit points. Perfect. I'll go ahead and get that as well, since I haven't been able to get to a store. And now, we're going to go ahead and smith this other strike, I think. And that's going to amplify the damage quite a bit. Hmm. 3 and 18, and I've got 8. I'm going to go ahead and do this to see if I can get my ricochet out. Nope, haven't got my ricochet out, so let's see what else we can do here. Let's get rid of this. For now, let's go ahead and get rid of this. I'm up to 6 strength for this turn. There we go. Got some crazy things going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also have bloodletting, also have this. Alright. So this guy's getting ready to punch me. This guy's getting ready to do a bunch of damage. Play 4 cards. So I'm going to be playing these 2 for extra defense and things, which I don't really need, but this is the way this deck works. Okay. Let's see what I can do to wipe out this guy. 2 cards. I could get bloodletting. I can drop that. That's a bunch of damage there. So I want to get rid of this for sure. One, two, three, four. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this bully. Set up strike. Anchor. Deflect. Piercing bell. Okay. And I've got 5 energy this turn, which I'm not exactly sure how. Maybe Happy Flower. Oh, and this, because, yeah, we're on the extra turn, aren't we? I have no cards in my deck, but I have Cascade there. So, Cascade. Really all I can do. I take 1 point of damage. Yeah, so this deck is working surprisingly well. Hmm. See, I do have an anger here. I'm going to go ahead and play this just to see what it does. Hmm. Okay, so I did get an anger. Anger did give me energy just then. And if I look, I have another one there with extra energy. So I can headbutt him, but first, the strangle. Boom. Let's do this. Headbutt him. Hmm. I can do that, or I can just put Cascade on there. I think I'm going to do Cascade on there. All right. I'm going to go ahead and play that. Okay. Hits for each additional time you lost hit points. When you play a skill, it gains Slay. Dark Embrace. Whenever a card is exhausted, draw a card. I don't really exhaust enough cards to make that worth my time. I'm not going to add any of those cards to my deck. I know people are like, but they're rare. No. Okay, so I have the Doormaker. That's what's probably going to kill this deck. So, but we'll see how well he does against it. Okay, I'm seeing a path right here. And I can also do this if I feel like taking that route or this. Okay, store. Grab that question mark. Perfect. See what he offers. Start of your turn, draw 2 additional cards. You may not draw any more cards. Remove 3 more cards. Remove 3 cards from deck. Create an ethereal copy of your first attack you play each turn. Sure. All right. Let's see what we can do here. This one here, he can knock points off of me twice. See, the problem here is I get 8 on my first attack. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm only going to do one game for the night because I've had a pretty busy day. I mean, not to say I'm not having fun because I'm definitely having fun here. But I also want to kind of reflect on some other things that I've got going on so I can start planning and preparing for the channel and also what I'm doing in life and things of that nature. Really like that. It gives me this to where I can actually get that out so quickly. I mean, see, look at that. I did 112 points of damage first round. Hmm. For every card I play. All right. So, does that for the first attack you play. So I can actually cast Tremble on this guy. That will activate this. Boom. Boom. Didn't need to do all that, but I just wanted to see how I could play with the cards. Anticipate, that's a really good card, but I don't have that many cards that have perfect strikes in them either. I'm going to skip these because I'm not really having a problem with defense. I seem to be doing really well. Maybe not as much with the Maker. So I'm going to get an extra copy of the first attack I play. So let's attack this big guy who's kind of a threat here. I don't really need all that energy though. First attack. Alrighty. Hmm. 3. 1, 2, 3. So let's do this guy. And this will allow me to play just one card, which wasn't bad. Hmm. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll be able to get all of this out and have extra energy too. I did forget that I get an extra copy of a card in my hand. There we go. Hmm. There we go. I'll go ahead and take that boomerang just because that does amplify damage quite a bit the way that my deck works. I can pay 56 gold. See if I can get my gold back. No. Oh, a little bit. 2 potions. I got a lot of my gold back. Okay. Healed. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, gain 6 block. Raise your max. When you play power. Do I even have any power cards? I don't think I do. Not a single power card in this deck. I mean, I could do that and gain my 7 block. I think I want any of those cards. And I mean, I would be tempted to be like, oh, hidden gem. But see, that's more setup. And this deck doesn't use setup at all. Actually, if anything, this could be more benefit to really help me through a big boss than a lot of this other stuff. So I know I'm going to get that. If I get this, I need to be able to get this, but I don't have enough to get them both. I got 240. I could get this. That's pretty. That's like some free bonus damage that I get right off the bat. I'm just going to get the 9 blast. And yeah, I think this is our best bet. Potion belt. I wish I'd gotten that before the store. Alright, let's see what we can do about these. Oh, I hate these bosses. Hmm. Oh, that's right. I forget my first card. I get. Choose 2 cards to discard. I'm going to choose these. and then play this. Aha! And I am going to gain exactly 11 block. I did all that on the first turn with this mismatched deck that made no sense. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to set up again. That's really going to boost my strength. Yes. And then do this. You don't play any attacks on your turn, gain 4 block. Well, that doesn't happen to me that much. I'm go, 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 go. Either one of those cards. Let's see what we can upgrade next. See, that's the thing. I just get to sit here and upgrade cards over and over and over and over and over. It comes in pretty handy. 3, 5 times. Use that quite a bit too. Let's do this. I rely on this deck, on that card quite a bit. Yeah, he's got those, so that's not really going to help me all that much. It's going to block 19, 8, plus I'll have 11, so that's going to be 19. So this is 19. 16 plus 5, that's going to be 21. This is the better bet because I can always get those points back. All right. So this is different. So whatever card I play first, I'm going to get a second copy of. I want to see, do I get one with an active sow on this? No. I'm going to go ahead and hit that though. I have so many cards to pick from. That would be super helpful. Let's do this. We're going to go Anger so that way we can get that sow back in next go round. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Cascade will allow me to play an extra card off the top of the deck. So I can technically save Conflagration for last. Alright, this is going to play 2 cards. Alright, now it's round 3, so I'm going to be getting that extra energy from Pale's Flesh here each round. So I'll be taking 8 damage here, which I'm blocking 3 already. So I can just play this to block that. It says I can also exhaust a card. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and play this. That's going to get rid of another Strangle. There we go. Just get rid of those. That's going to help me block those. Go ahead and get him. Don't really have a way of exhausting a card, but I don't really not taking any other damage. So I'm going to go ahead and just play this and that. See, that means that round I did the least amount of damage so far. So I can do an incredible amount of damage here. 13, 13. Neither one of these cards are ethereal, so they're not the copies I made. I don't even have to lose hit points. I can just end turn and a poison to kill him. I think this is working out quite well. Now I'll get extra strength at the beginning of combat. Deal 13 damage, 2 less for each card in your hand. I mean, that does come in handy. I do seem to have a lot of cards and I'm playing down to the last card in my hand each round. But I'm worried about making my deck too bloated at this point, hard to get cards. But I'm actually going to need extra cards in order to be able to beat the Doormaker, because those cards are going to disappear quick. I'm going to go ahead and take that one. Service the Ace of Cider. Add doubt to your deck, gain 2 rewards. I don't really get a chance, do I? At the end of turn in your hand, gain 1 week. Transform 2 cards. I'm just going to do this for 2 card rewards. That way I can kind of control what I put in my deck. I'll skip that and see what this one has. So I can do that. I can get this. That just lets me get a card draw. And tremble again. This thing tends to do a lot of damage, but this also tends to create a lot of damage too. I'm going to go ahead and put one of those on there. I was able to block quite a bit of that just then. Tremble. Exhaust. 18. One, two, three, four. I'm going to go ahead and do Strangle. Strangle again. That. Piercing well. And there we go. I took no damage that time. Escape plan. Precious cut. Damage. Damage. Alright. I do like this card because that allows me to flip over the damage anytime I want to. I don't have to play it Smith. I think I need more defense. I'm going to go ahead and go with this. See, the thing is I can't really do any damage to him in this round, so this is just kind of a waste. Since I don't really have any setup, this doesn't really matter. Now these cards. Okay, so since it's going to double my card, I wonder if I'm going to get it free, just like this one. Should I do that, or should I do a setup and then hit it with two of those? Setup. Setup. So now I can't draw any more cards. So this escape plan is kind of a waste. See, that's going to be a weaker. I need to kind of get rid of that. So we're going to start off with Strangle. I'm going to set up first. Then set up with Strangle. I think I'm going to put this on there because this is going to give me some extra damage next go round. Let me do this Ricochet. It's an ethereal one anyway. See, it's not going to let me draw a card. So every time I play a card, it's going to cost some energy. Tremble. Okay. So now I'm going to lose cards if I play them. But if I exhaust, that's going to activate this. 2 cards do I have remaining? So I don't want to use prepared. I'll play this. Seven. Oh, that's going to use so many cards. This is going to use 8 cards. Oh, yikes. Take a big hit there. 108 is what I got left. And I can't draw any more cards. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I can actually do this. There's a little bit of defense here. Which, I'm not playing that card. Because I get more defense. I get 6 from the other. Oh, that's going to be so short. Oh, why did I do that? I could have played this or this and got a repeat of it. But this actually gives me an extra attack. So, one point. Oh, he's poisoned. I win. I win. Wow. Okay, I wasn't actually expecting to win that. Yeah, that was a wild, insane deck. One Sly card, a couple of AoEs. Cascade is what I use. Anger with a so it would duplicate whenever the card duplicated. We know that that now duplicates on the card, so that presents extra energy here. Both of those two things is what fed this, as well as bloodletting. That was just a really crazy run of oddball cards. Okay. Let's just look at this. 2470 damage. I've done 100,000 damage. That is not bad. Wow. Restless, won a run without ever resting. I think that may be the first time I ever got that one. Money, money, won with 200 gold. Done that before. Killed 6 or more elites. 5705. The other day I had a game that I did, well, I was like number 508. And I was really surprised by that because it was late in the day. Now, of course, with it being, it's an hour ago, the new events kind of changed. Or the dailies changed. Yeah, see, now it's a level 10 Necrobinder, Insanity deck, Hoarder. Yeah, so you get 2 additional copies of every card, so you end up with a deck of 90 random cards. Oh, that's insane. Plus a big game hunter. Oh, I'm so tempted to do that. But I'm awfully tired, guys, and well, there's no one really watching the stream. But you know, the thing is this lasted an hour and 38 minutes, so that's not bad. I did get me a second monitor now. A little, actually, it's like a $50 monitor. I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's listed in my gear the next go round. But it's like a flat LCD monitor that you can use for a tablet, and it actually works really well. And it just plugged into my USB-C port, and it gets power that way as well as um, gets the monitor functionality. So now I have dual monitor support on this small system that I have. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for checking out my live stream, and you guys have a wonderful night. Okay. All right. Bye.